What caused the plane crash that killed 10 members of the OSU family? It was back in January. You remember the Beechcraft King Air 200 went down in Colorado. Team members were flying home from a basketball game. Everyone on board was killed. The investigation is really a slow and tedious process, and now students at the FAA Center here in Oklahoma City are recreating real-life accidents. They're learning how to pinpoint what causes a plane to crash. News Channel 4's Jack Demerel joins us now live in the newsroom with more on that. Jack?
Well, Bob, investigations into crashes begin at the FAA Center, where students learn what went wrong. They have recreated 5 actual crash sites, and even though the crash sites aren't as large as an actual site, the planes are in the exact same shape as when the crash occurred, giving these students valuable information.
Actually, the seat belts are tucked behind the pad. So
a downed airplane, sometimes recognizable, sometimes mangled into 1,000 pieces. And for crash investigators,
so that's something else we need to look into.
A tedious process.
And you may never find all the parts of an airplane crash. You may have airplanes coming apart in the air, and you never actually find all of the pieces of the puzzle to put together.
Here at the FAA Center in Oklahoma City, crash investigators learn the ins and outs of what went wrong.
It's only the beginning.
This class of 40 students take real-life crashes, burned wreckage, displaced wings, and smashed control panels. Every inch of each piece of twisted metal sure to tell a story.
Paramount problem is the actual angle iron on the end here. And if you can also notice, there's a couple spacers, and it all looks like pretty much like it's home built.
6 days of looking into crashes for these students will hopefully make the picture a little bit more clear.
We just expose them to, just some basic accident techniques, and hopefully then they'll go out and more exposure and more experience, and they'll be able to, handle and deal with what we call the major accident investigation.
Now they'll first head out with an experienced investigator before looking at crashes on their own. Instructors say actually having the students look at real-life crashes like the ones we saw today make all the difference when they're actually out in the field.
All right, Jack Demerel reporting. Thank you, sir. Now, folks, on average, we are told there's about 4 fatal airplane